Alrighty then, here we are, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 385, Ginkgo Biloba. There's Stanley, he's back there. He's all sleepy, he's got a dinosaur. Terry sent him a dinosaur, so he has that now, and he hangs out with it. Alright, Ginkgo Biloba. Is it really about Ginkgo Biloba? No. It's about words. Long words, names that are hard to pronounce. Not everybody speaks your language unless that's your target audience and you're only right for that audience. So what about quinoa or samhain? Looks like samhain to me. And I tell you what, I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone a long, long time ago before any of the movies came out. And guess what? Hermione, imagine my surprise when it wasn't pronounced Hermione. I read 2 books pronouncing it that way in my mind before I heard what it was supposed to be. So, no, not everybody knows. And so how can you help the reader get past this block or this I'll just make it up and pronounce it however I want approach, which is also fine, but understand maybe that might not be the best. You could put a pronunciation guide at the front of your books, and a lot of people are against putting stuff in the front of the books because of Amazon's look inside feature or some of the other retailers who have that look inside feature, and you're gumming up the opportunity for a reader to see what the story is about and get into it so they can buy it. If you have a table of contents and all this other stuff up front, and the 10%, the look inside, they actually never get to the story before they run out of space. So it's something that you can do is you can put it up front. I keep my front minimized, but I also do have main characters and other things so people can keep track. You could put it at the end. A lot of people won't read past the end or to be continued, however it is, and don't get there. But you could put it there, so it's there anyway, just in case. How about another character? Like another character mispronounces the name, and then you give them the opportunity to say, oh, that's not how it's pronounced. It's pronounced this way. Hermione. Oh, okay, cool. You can always have that stranger, that alien, come in who doesn't speak the language and let them figure it out, and then the readers can figure it out as well. Or you can just let the reader go with it. There's some people who use the find replace, like ZZ question mark. Okay, you're not going to have that, and you're probably not going to have that in your book, so you just do a find replace, ZZ question mark with a name. And it could be a really long name with apostrophes and a bunch of consonants together that you don't pronounce. And what do you do about that? Well, you could do the find replace, and now you've got this big long name in 100 different places in your book. And the readers, it wears on them. You should never wear on a reader. You should never give a reader an opportunity to put the book down and say, this is enough. I'm not reading it anymore. Like me and the Silmarillion. I just couldn't. Hang on. Chunky air outside today, so got to keep the pipes clean, keep the pipes smooth. All right. So yeah, Gaelic, Welsh, there's all kinds of languages out there that aren't a given, and for people to understand how are these names pronounced. Ewan, Owen, spell that in Ireland, and it comes out completely different. And us people who are on the outside looking in may not necessarily understand this is how it's supposed to be pronounced. Like Samhain, I thought it was samhain. I'm sorry, but that's because I've done a lot of reading. A lawyer once said my client was misled. Misled, M-I-S-L-E-D. Yeah, misled. People only read. If they don't talk with a lot of people, if they don't hear things, then they won't know how it's pronounced. And they're not stupid, anything like that, not at all. Never treat your reader like they're stupid. But it also doesn't mean treat your reader like, here, I'm going to drag you over sandpaper every time with this 15-character name, alien name with a lot of apostrophes and X's and Z's in there. And you don't need to do that either. Treat your readers with a little bit of respect and understand this is a learning journey for them, and give them an opportunity to learn that it is Hermione, and that's a cool sounding name when you learn it the right way. All right. Hopefully that helps. Or you could do shortened names like, oh, hey, that's a really long name. I'm having trouble pronouncing that. Well, here, let me give you an alternative. Call me Fred. but there's no Fred in your name. That's okay. That's what I like. All right. Good enough. So Fred. Everybody likes having a Fred in the book. Indeed. All right. Hopefully that helps. Just think about your reader. Help your reader understand and have them give them a better experience with your book, with your story. And it doesn't mean you have to name every character Fred. Oh, hell no. Give them the crazy names. Give them the long names. But also give the reader an alternative in order to read more smoothly through your book. Peace, fellow humans.